All right, let's get this stream started. I think my mic is a little loud. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. Um, hmm. Well, I've got a lot to say. It's been a little over 3 months. Uh, it's not a great amount of time to take between a stream. Considering the last break I took was a week. Just a coward to press the go live button. Oh, come on. Please change over. There we go. Right off the bat, a lot has changed. Oh, come on. So, right off the bat, the frame rate's awful. Because I'm streaming, isn't it? I can crank that down. Oh yeah, that's better. Not great, but better. The other one was just laggy. Right off the bat. I'm donning a little bit different armor. I've got space gear. Nano suit armor. And then I'm gonna skip this song. Nope, skipping this one too. That's a good choice. Wait, can you guys even hear that? No, you can't. That's because it's coming into the wrong thing. Also, my cat's going crazy in the background. They don't scratch my door. I'm definitely gonna get struck for that. First day back, I'm already getting a strike. That should fix that. Music. Properties. Opera. Add. But that's really loud now. So I'm gonna turn that way down. There we go. Music fixed. Nailed it. Anyway. My word. First of all, a bunch of moon resources that I have not processed. So much resource to process. You'll notice logistics pipes is completely gone. Well, I mean, there's still some stray pipes around, but they're all red, there's no power, and there's no machines. Well, except for these. I'll come and comb through these later on to get all the valuables out. Yeah, honestly, there's not a lot here. Floor 1 is just decimated. I'm leaving all these LV machines here because I just don't need them. Main power grid is just useless now. I'll never use these LV batteries. Maybe I'll put them through an uncanner if that exists. Out here, not a whole lot's changed other than the frame rate. Oh, you know what? This is new. I played with the idea of building a base down here, and I hated it. So, yeah. What else is new? Oh, Salty Root Farm, Peanut Farm, where this is where I used to have Infusion. Oh yeah, I got Infusion. I didn't want to pick up the skulls because I'm too lazy. What farm was already there? Rocket, yes. Yeah, I just haven't taken this out yet. I don't know if you can fire it away from the personal dimension. Anyway, steam and water tanks are probably just gonna stay here indefinitely. Steam will probably always be here, always calcified, never fixed. Mob farm's still active. It's still the backbone of my resource production. Anyway, going down to the chem room. All this crap's gone. The elevator stops working here because it's just a hole where the clean room used to be. Fun. Yeah, so the clean room doesn't exist in this dimension anymore. And neither does anything else. It is so laggy here. Into the personal dimension. And lag. Oh, that lag spike. Welcome to the personal dimension. This is what 3 months of not streaming gets you. A bunch of broken... What is that one complaining about? Nothing anymore. A bunch of spaghetti. That's what it gets you. I mean, yeah, AE2. That's what that gets you. Nitrobenzene. TPV alloy. Large chemical reaction. I mean, this is why I was scared to press the start streaming button. Because I'm like, okay, well, it made so much progress at this point. Do I even bother? Meow, go away, cat. Actually, don't go away. I like you a lot. But, stop barging in here is what I meant to say. Main fluid storage, bees, alvearies. I mean, infusion. I really went crazy. We hit the 1,000 hour mark. You know, if I told myself if I had the courage to hit the record, if I had the courage to stream this, then I would force myself to create a 1,000 hour retrospective video on my time in this mod pack. So if I ever get around to doing that, you'll see it. Random processing. Here I've got methane turning into hydrogen, sugar to oxygen, 1,4-dimethylbenzene to hydrogen, 1,3-dimethylbenzene to hydrogen. I mean, I am stretching resources thin here. Wood farm, sugar beets, more wood farm, more chemical spaghetti. I'm like, this is polytetrafluoroethylene. Why is... So I realized that fluorine was no longer working, but did I run out of biotite? Which is that's what I was electrolyzing. I completely ran out of black granite. That would explain a lot. Where's PTFE here? I mean, it is still kind of laggy. Where is PTFE? Here it is. Yeah, I don't have very much of this because I ran out of fluorite. That's unfortunate, but oh well. I mean, that's the recap. Oh, liquid air processing. Bulk storage. I mean, the inside of the clean room is kind of boring, but there you go, if you're interested. Power is still distributed through piping. I haven't centralized power gen yet. This is the auto crafting array. which is unfortunate because each one of these is running out of channels quickly, and I always need more for auto crafting, and I've run out of space in the allocated area. See, this is why build first, plan later is a bad idea. Always plan and then build around your plan. Yeah. Well, I should probably set a goal for today because I haven't done that yet. The goal is tungsten steel. I have gotten a truly pathetic amount of tungstate, honestly. This was from Crushing Endstone, which I went to the end and did a big mining trip. Oh yeah, I've been to the end as well. Wow, there's so many things. So many things. You see, this is why I was terrified to hit the go live button. Oh, and that wasn't even done. I mean, it was nearly done. I put that in hours ago. Actual hours ago. Wait, when did I put that in? Like 4 hours ago? It's crazy. Yeah. Been running around with my head cut off for a while. I'm taking moonstone now. I tried to process moonstone for tungstate. It's so inefficient. It takes so long. Not that this doesn't as well, but you know what I mean. Oh, that's not what I want. That's gonna make oh shoot, no, stop. That's making helium-3. I don't want helium-3. Where did that just get stored? That makes helium-3. I don't want. Do I want helium-3? I guess. Why can I not type 2? There we go. My keyboard's been having issues recently, it seems. Play right now. Whoops. Yeah, sure. I mean, it'll take up the last slot anyway. Might as well. I'm out of orange. Dang it. I'll just plop the regular one on it. I won't even bother putting P2P on this one because I doubt I'll be needing a P2P connection of helium-3 anytime soon. What is helium-3 used for? Ross 128 BA, that's endgame. Well, not endgame, but late game. Saltwater on moon. Yeah, I don't really care. Other than that, it's just plasma. Yeah, I don't really care about helium-3 at all. So what I'm gonna do, slap that on there. Did it be bidirectional? Unlock that. Oh. I just got an Amber Alert. That's not good. That is certainly not good. Um, Emptied that. Did it go in here? Yes, it did. Very good. All right. Yeah, I want to set that to void because I don't really need helium-3 for a long time. But now centrifuging endstone. Endstone dust gives me more endstone dust, which gives me a 37.5% chance for tungstate. More PMP, sand, which I always need more because I keep auto crafting it, and helium, which is nice, I guess, but I've got a ridiculous amount of helium. So yeah, and I have no use for it other than very few EBF recipes, which I don't really need until LUV and up. So honestly, it's not that good for me right now to have. I guess there's a few ingots that I could cook with uh, helium that would benefit from it, but that requires setting up a whole new EBF, and it's a pain. It's not worth it. It's a waste of resource. Yada yada yada. You get the point. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I never finished crafting. Oh, because the it was always full. It couldn't craft the tiny piles of platinum because it was full. But now that now that the macerator isn't, it's absolutely plowing through platinum. And once that's done, I have 40 TPV alloys, TPV alloy coil, not cable. That's enough for this blast furnace, and this multi smelter. This one's getting left in the dust. I am sorry. But that was I'm only doing I did these and that one and these separately because I ran out of PMP. Even now doing this craft is making me run out of PMP. But so this the CPF's gonna have to wait a little bit. Oh well. Oh, and this is the one that makes TPV alloy. Oh, that's kind of ironic that the one that makes the alloy is going to be the longest to upgrade. RIP. Yeah, I mean, right now I'm just waiting on Endstone. This game's a waiting game. But I try to find myself tasks to not be bored. I was thinking of going with a fluid reactor soon. Glorified water boiler, but something inside of me irks at the idea of using steam power unironically at this point in the game. That being said, I know it is really good because superheated steam is crazy. You can use it in the in the what's it called? In the large high pressure steam turbine, which I guess is an IV recipe, so I couldn't even do if I wanted it to. But in IV, I'm probably going to be running out of nitrobenzene anyway, so it won't be a bad idea to set up a fluid reactor. Fluid reactor just turns water and coolant. It turns coolant into really hot coolant, turns hot coolant and distilled water into superheated steam and cool coolant. You run the superheated steam through a high pressure turbine to make like it's something crazy like 8 amps of IV, and then you run this, and then that'll produce steam. You run the steam through a large steam turbine, and that'll create like 2 amps of IV or something like that. And then it automatically turns back into distilled water. Once you have that distilled water, you run it back through the reactor. It's not a completely closed loop because it does eat coolant and distilled water over time. But by the time the reactor is fully heated up, once it takes a little while for the reactor to heat up in between turning it on and off. But once it heats up, I guess it should be a closed loop on both distilled water and coolant. No, only coolant. Sorry, not distilled water. So you need a secondary source pumping in distilled water, which is pretty easy. It's just I got a system over here making it. It's just a distillation tower 3x3x3, pump in water, take out distilled water. Just set up one of these, but have it redstone activated. Put a super tank with distilled water for like an MV1. With that, put a fluid detector cover on it. When you say it's like under 5 million distilled water, make distilled water until it reaches 800, in which case it'll activate a secondary piece of redstone, which activates a NOT gate, which will no, is it a NOT gate or it's some kind of gate, and once that gate's active, it'll disable the distillation tower. So when it dips to below 5 million, it'll make it, and when it goes above 7 mil, it'll stop. So it's really that kind of back and forth, so it stays a relatively clean system, and it doesn't overfill, and then you have issues with the reactor, and there's too much to go around, and it's not getting enough burned, and then it's a fiasco. Then you have your large heat exchanger blow up, then you have your reactor blow up because it runs out of coolant. It's a big issue. Never have too much distilled water, never have too little. I'm just jumping around doing nothing again, and rambling and rambling and rambling. Barely coherently. Alright, I think the next tier is when rubber sheet stops working. I'm really inconsistent about what patterns I put into the molecular assemblers, honestly. But, oh well. So that's done. Use the cheapest glass imaginable. Oh, you know what? That's not going to get made for some time because the wire mill is definitely occupied right now. Yeah, that's not gonna get done. Right now, other than EBF and vacuum freezer, implosion compressor, and multi-smelter, basically anything over here. The only other multi-block I have auto crafting for is this LCR. This one up here. These ones are passive. These ones make ammonia. That one makes ammonia. This one makes nitric acid. That one makes sulfuric acid. Anyway, this is the only auto crafting one. But that's fine because it's plenty fast and it does the job perfectly. Perfect. Anyway. I need to disconnect this for a second. Search my AE for dropped. That should all go into a different one. Yep. Now I can go and reconnect that. That's just emptying. Because the drops will get put into the regular cells, and at that point you can't actually use them as fluid. They just act as an item. You have to make sure they actually go into a fluid cell to be used as a fluid. It's annoying, but it's what you gotta do. I think if I took the lava out of that one, I can go back into here. Yeah, and that one's empty. The reason I have these here and when I have all of that is because whenever I'm auto crafting things inevitably make too much fluid and don't use it all, or maybe a recipe gets canceled by accident and floods everything with thousands of drops of sulfuric acid and iron 3 chloride, because I totally haven't done that one before. Yeah, I totally haven't put 38,000 drops of sulfuric acid directly into a. I'd be foolish. And I've never made that mistake. Never once. Just knocked my water bottle over. 1,3-methylbenzene positive again. I can fix that. But I'm not going to because I have plenty of hydrogen. Maybe. How much hydrogen would I have again? 3 million. And is it dropping? No, it's increasing. I think. No, that's a dropping number. Dang it. I never am positive on hydrogen. Dang it. Dang it. All right. Oh wait, the chem bath's finished. How? The wire mill's backed up. And I'm not gonna question it. I should probably mention I've got a little bit of titanium. Just a little bit. And for someone who is barely an EV, I'd say the titanium bees are coming in absolute clutch here. As well, I've got manganese. I've got fiendish drone. Yeah, that's how it is. Making lava actually. So that's how I automated lava. What is in that one? Lava. Dang it. Oh, because I haven't set this to. Hmm. I don't want to set that to overflow void. Because then my backlog here will just get absolutely destroyed. Silicon dioxide. Has that drawer backed up? Okay, I'm just going to throw it away. Oh, I put 5 upgrades in there, so it's going to be hard. It's going to be a pain to clean that one out. Let's see, where is that one actually? Over here. Right there. Why does it always get thrown to the side? I don't get that. If I can get back on. This is why Creative Flight's wonderful. Perfect. Eventually I hope to get a multi-block electrolyzer that takes all of this silicon dioxide and just beats the crap out of it with electricity until... Wait, can you not? Can you not just electrolyze it into regular silicon and 2 oxygen? It's kind of dumb if you can't do that. Okay, so it looks like the only way is through the EBF. That's kind of dumb. You have to EBF it and then centrifuge, not centrifuge, EBF and then macerate. Seems needlessly pointless. Seems needlessly complicated to me. Oh, and that's where the oxygen comes in. Come. That's where the oxygen comes in from. Yes, that isn't a word in the English language. Turns into carbon monoxide. I see. That's really annoying. Oh well. I get the feeling I'll have an automated system for that eventually. What is carbon monoxide good for? If I can type. Turn that into oxygen. Burn that, actually. You can electrolyze that. Yeah. Ethylene, that and water, proponic acid, or acetic acid, or acetic and anhydride. Yes, that is a word. Elbrion, yes. Sodium formate, acetic acid, all of the same stuff. Another acid to worry about, formic acid, also known as methonic acid, is an organic acid. We need it for the final palladium step. Don't be shy, make a ton of it. Tons of it. The sodium sulfate can be recycled. Okay. So looks like that's useful eventually. When? Ivy. And I need it for EV emitters and sensors. Yeah, you don't say. If you need some plutonium 238 and uranium, LCRSB and keep recycling plutonium around to get more. Okay, but how do I get the uranium? Because I get the feeling I don't have access to plutonium ore. I can get beryllium on Mars. Can I just get thorium from bees? Yes. Thorium B is coal and uranium, which is avenging platinum, vengeful, vindictive, diamond, and chrome. I hate bees so much. Every new bee is a rabbit hole, I swear. I want to get the neodymium bee because right now, my only source of neodymium for EV machinery is I keep buying the magnetic rods from the quest book. It's a problem. I don't want to go out and mine it because I know I can get it with bees, but I don't want to get it with bees because I know I can buy it. But I know that I can't buy it forever because I have to get the bee eventually. But it's it is vexing. It is horrible. So, how long have I been live? Wow. Not long. About half an hour. I need to set up a new system for silicon solar grade because I'm not actually producing that right now. Looks like I can do it really easily in the LCR. Hydrochloric acid, hydrogen tetrachloride, trace chlorosilo. Yes, this nonsense. What is all this? Hydrochloric acid, raw silicon. This is a direct recipe, so this is pretty interesting. Trichlorosilicon, silicane, can turn directly into one silicon, or silicon tetrachloride and silane. Tetrachloride can turn into silicon solar grade with sodium or zinc. Hexachlorosilane is also raw. Oh, that just gives you raw silicon back. And an electrolyzer, okay. Dichlorosilane gives you raw silicon. Silicon tetrachloride gives you. Wait, I already have tetrachloride, yes. And then pure silane gives you silicon solar grade. That's a lot to worry about. Interesting. How much am I at? 100. I am too impatient for these things. What can I be doing right now other than that? I'm going to keep putting uranium off because I don't feel like doing that. Advanced ilmenite processing would be useful if I was processing rutile, which I am not. That being said, ilmenite slag does look pretty appealing because niobium dust, manganese, and tantalum. That being said, I get tantalum from lava. Manganese I get from bees. Niobium would certainly be nice. That's for sure. Yeah, it would be nice to get niobium. That being said, I bet you there's a better way of getting it. Moonstones, I don't feel like doing that right now. Niobium titanium. Right. Okay. You can get it from, what's an ore I've seen before? Okay, I looked through this before. I'm fairly certain there's something in there I've seen before. So honestly, I can get that elsewhere. Easier. I can get it elsewhere easier. Yeah, I'm not worried. I'm not too worried about it. You know, I know what I can be doing. I can be working on getting multi-blocks. Yay. Yes, the industrial maceration stack is something that I am probably going to need very soon. Considering my maceration needs are getting pretty obnoxious, one might say. That's just a crafting recipe. Yep. So is that. Eye's been hurting recently. Should probably get it checked out. And then to make the industrial maceration stack, you need stable titanium machine casing, which I believe I have. Yes, it's this stuff. So is there anything else that needs specialized? Oh, my music just cut out. Yes, continue watching. Thank you very much, YouTube. Very useful. Honestly, that's it. It's just stable titanium machine casing that's interesting. Maintenance hatch, of course, muffler, energy, input output. Honestly, I could make this right now. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's make 50. Then I never, okay. When I first started making titanium ingots, I just told the AE system to just constantly pump titanium dust into a EBF. That EBF got reprocessed for auto crafting, and so I told it not to make titanium 24/7. I never actually added a recipe for titanium after the fact, so I guess this is all on me. So yeah, and I'm able to just smelt it directly. Hydrogen circuit 11, 90 seconds. EV, perfect. Oh, I don't want that in there. It takes 1 minute per titanium ingot, so yeah, that's 3 hours. 4 hours. That's 4 hours right there. Oh my word. Oh my word. All right, overnight, here's the plan. Tell the system make 2,000 titanium ingots. Or actually, better idea, Make more EBF. Make EBF for automate. Automate EBF. Yes. Do EBF stuffs and things. Make a passive EBF for probably steel, aluminum, titanium, and then tell it to, once it hits X amount, stop. I don't know. Tell it to piss off or something. So, yeah, I need a passive titanium again because sitting here and waiting, what is that? 4 hours doesn't seem very appealing to me. That being said, 90 seconds with Kanthal, so it's a minute with Nichrome. Oh, it's not even able to smelt because the nitrogen EBF is being taken by TPV. I'll let that one slide. Yeah, it can't even do the thing. The EBF it's in is completely full. That's unfortunate. I would just put a bunch more EBFs down, but I don't have EV energy hatches yet, so it wouldn't be a great idea because I would be able to run them, I think, max HV. My brother just popped in like a creep. Anyway, piss off, please. Thanks, weirdo. Anyway, let's see. I'm running around again. I'm doing it again. I'm jumping around. I shouldn't be doing that. I should be purchasing neodymium rods right now. Yes, that's what I should be doing. Yes, perfect. I'm so glad they made them cheap. Maybe they're not cheap and I'm just rich. Who knows? I haven't decided yet, but for me, they're cheap. And I'm very grateful. What I'm not grateful about is the price of the Steadfast drone. I don't feel like going out and finding them. However, I need like 10 or 20 of them. I've got 2. The issue is they require Coin the Beekeeper. Now, normally that's not a big deal. It's just another coin. However, there are so few quests in the quest book that give Coin the Beekeeper that it's incredibly hard for a solo player like me to get my hands on them. Luckily, I do have a friend that might be joining me in New Horizons soon, and we'll be on the same team, and he'll collect all of the things that I've done. He'll get a bunch of coins, and we can buy the bees, and we can be home free. Buying the Steadfast so I can make... I think it's the first step in neodymium, honestly. I can spell neodymium. You know what? I didn't do it right, but who cares? It got me the right place. So Iron Drone, that's done. Neodymium requires rare earth. Rare earth requires fluorine, requires nitrogen, which requires hydrogen, which requires oxygen, which requires helium and dragon essence, which requires all of these. And somewhere along the chain, and I'm too lazy to go find it, is Steadfast. So I need like 7 or 8 of them so I can make a Steadfast Princess identical to the drones, and then I can make infinite Steadfast, but it's the matter of getting the initial Steadfast that is gonna be the death of me. So, yeah, that's the story of bees right now. Oh yeah, that was the reason I didn't do neodymium yet. That's what I was doing. It turns out I'm not lazy. I'm just, well, lazy in a different way. Let's go with that one. need to redo automation for soul vials. I had soul vial automation in a LP logistics pipes, but I never actually got the quest form because I didn't do the prerequisite right. Finally got around to fixing that, but I never redid the automation for the soul vial. Oh, apparently the cat was in my room the entire time. Scared the crap out of me walking down just now. Set that so it doesn't make any extra. Soul vial. Yeah, I can make it. How was fuse quartz made? I don't know, and I don't care because it's being made. Alloy smelter, yes. That should craft pretty quick. Yep. What's the difference between these? Oh well. Let's just make 9 more then. All right. More water. Water time. Water is good. That's gonna take a minute, just like this. And this. I should have gotten this. I did start this hours ago. 3 to be semi correct. How long does it take per TBV? 2 minutes. Chose a bad time to get the guts to start streaming again. Oh, you know what? I feel like it's important to mention that I am playing with an add-on to Greg Tech New Horizons, and that is the Matter Manipulator mod. This is essentially, it's pretty gated, but where's the prototype version? Here it is, Prototype Matter Manipulator. Even at its prototype version, it requires 1 focuses of equal trade, MV field generator, so it's gated behind tungsten steel, which I think is maybe a little bit generous for what it is. Well, I should probably say what it is. What it is it's basically a copy paste tool. It's surprisingly really good at its job. Oh yeah, it's also gated behind Radon and Liquid Ender and more Radon and Primal Charms. I mean, like, this thing's got some wacky requirements. So, you know what? I'd say it's balanced for how expensive it is. But, I mean, it's really good. There's no denying that. It's really good. Because it can do tile entities like cables, or it can even do IC2 crops. Assuming you have enough seeds bags in your inventory. I think that the final tier of it can copy configurations of blocks, such as like whether what's it called, limit insertion is activated or not. I think I can. It's got a new multi-block that comes with it. Uplink, yes. Quantum uplink. I mean, like, this thing allows you to unlimited access to it in any dimension from any distance to your AE system. I mean, like, it's broken, but it's really, really expensive. So honestly, I'd say it's balanced with a question mark at the end. So, I mean, make of that what you will, I suppose. See with the goggles, have an extra inventory with the belt, step up assist with the shoes, stump boost with the wings, and faster swimming ability with the vest. What's the upgraded belt? Bounce pad, what is that? Honestly, it's probably not a bad idea to do that because it would give me haste, and that's nice. There. I mean, I don't really have a good way of making it right now because I don't have phosphoric acid, but it wouldn't be hard to get. Yeah, I'll just throw this one in the chemical reactor. what circuit? Oh, no circuit. That's just a crafting pattern. Leather plus phosphoric acid. I can get leather from bees. Beef nugget. Yeah, I need to go down this weird looking. I need to go down the animal bee section eventually. Because that would need the. Because I need the stringy bee. Luckily, I was able to get the entire set of apiary armor from freaking loot boxes of all things. Not loot boxes, goodie bags, whatever. What are they called? Loot bags, not goodie bags. What was I thinking? Anyway, I was able to get them all from loot bags, so I never needed to bother with the quest line for it. Unfortunately, it's got coins that I need, so have to get it. Soul vials done yet? Yes. Get rid of all that. Say if I wanted 100, could I do that? I could, but I don't even have a processor big enough to hold that. How much leather do I have? Where am I getting this? If it's through bees, it will have to be here. It'll have to be in a filter somewhere. It's not through bees. How am I getting... How do I have so much leather? What the crap? I don't remember slaughtering that many cows. Oh well. I guess I'll just take it. I have no idea how I got my hands on all that, but I'm glad I do. So what do the initial gloves do? I can't tell if there's I can't tell if there's a better. I can't tell if there's a bonus or not. I can't even tell. Uh, that being said, redstone said these are upgradable. Oh, that's one at a time. I'm not doing one at a time. Oh, Lord, I can't even do it in the crafting terminal. Redstone blocks will be faster. Assuming the compressor's not blocked up. Is it just slow? Or am I losing my mind? Oh, it's just slow. Okay. What other modifiers can even go on that? Jetpack 0.01 alpha. It's a crafting task. I haven't seen one of those since the early game. I used to hate those things, so I would do it out of order, and then it would get really mad at me when I'd do that. Redstone 18, perfect. How many more can I do? One. Perfect. How much is a 5 boost? Oh, 5 is substantial. What's it like when I'm flying? Oh, that is substantial. Oh, that was a worthwhile upgrade. Yeah, that was a worthwhile upgrade right there. IV assembler. All right. Yeah. Nano suit goes to quantum, and that's when it gets really good. Right now it's okay. In fact, I believe there's some armor in my ME system that beats nano armor and pure defense. But I don't see a whole lot of other armor sets that allow you to go mock frick around your base. We. We. We go zoom. Anyway. How's the endstone dust? Not even a fraction of the way. Anyway. Lag. I need Enderman. I hate the ones that make your screen go black because it's impossible to see what I'm doing. Yoink. What was that one? Undying Enderman? Yoink. Oh, I only want regular Enderman. Yep. Why did it rename it? What? Perfect. That's 10 Endermans. Endermen. Lag spike incoming. Why did my flight run out as soon as I went through the portal? It's weird. Perfect. So, I want to upgrade my Ender again. Ender crystals, which is vibrant crystals. Enderman soul. And what machine? A soul binder. I don't have a soul binder. I got plenty of Enderman heads. Solarium plate. I got vibrant alloy. Yeah. That didn't sound good. Someone just fell upstairs. That's it's definitely about to get blocked by some other crafting task that's going on right now. Oh well. Actually, it might be able to craft. Maybe. I think vibrant alloy is hydrogen, not nitrogen. So it should be able to craft just fine. Just takes a minute. Literally, I believe it actually takes 60 seconds. MV, divide that in half. Does it only take 30 seconds? Yeah, roughly. I actually might be able to fully go through. Yeah, that's able to fully go through. Very nice. Yeah, that's able to go through as well. Very good. No quest? That's a quest. Oh, but it's blocked because I haven't gotten the Soul Vessel quest, which I have no idea how to get because it somehow wasn't given it to me yet. Very cool. But yeah, where is that quest? Where is that quest? Oh, I bet it's an MV. Have I never touched a machine chassis? Chassis? Not chassis. What am I saying? Apparently, I've always just been too lazy to actually hold one. I've just been like, yo, logistics pipes, yo, AE2, handle this crap for me. I don't feel like touching it, so you touch it. Seems like something I would do. Um, honestly, even here, I don't see. Oh, it's right here. It's not gated. Oh, it's a consume. Why? Why is it a consume task? That makes no sense for it to be consume. Why do you want a soul vial? Whatever. Oh, you know what? It consumes one, so it can give you one with a mob in it. Are any of the tainted mobs special? Should I worry about this? There's no benefit to having any kind of taint around, so you know what? I'm just gonna not worry about it and get rid of it. Um, make sure it only uses the one I want it to. Oh, the tainted chicken does fight back. Was he wearing glasses? Wait. No, he's just got one eye. I don't know why, but I thought it looked like he was wearing glasses or something. I got like half a second to glimpse at him. I'm like, that glasses? No, I'm just being a moron. I forgot that it requires you to give it XP. That's annoying. And it's for Octadic, it's surprisingly slow. That'll give me the staff of traveling, which is nice. Also access to the dimensional transceiver, which transports items, food, and power wirelessly across any distance between dimensions. Oh, but that requires LUV circuits. I'm like, yo, that seems awesome. When can I get the LUV? LUV is the answer. I bet that's about the same cost as a enter tank or such. Need it for powered spawners, and I'll probably be needing quite a few of those coming up. I think it's just an anvil, right? Of course, I don't have one. Ah, oh, laggy overworld. Yep, I left my anvil here. How do I even use these? Oh, you know, I'm gonna need to add capacitors. How do I add these? I just figured it was an anvil. Oh, what? A dissolving tendril has infected you with taint? Probably from the chicken punched me earlier. Thanks, chicken. Oh well. How do I use this? I'm just gonna Google it. That's not how you spell crystals. There we go. Try putting an anvil both from a dark steel with vibrant crystal. Try putting a dark steel with power. Something about an XP upgrade needing to put it. Maybe if I relog. I tried this already, didn't I? Oh well. So then how do I use the ender crystals? Um. Hmm. Does it not need them or something? Am I missing something important? Um. I mean, that's complete, so I guess I just didn't need the ender crystals at all. Maybe it was just the axe and shears that can be uh, benefited from with the ender crystals. Who knows? I don't. But you know what? Good enough. Good enough. How close is the TPV? Hey, it's crafting coils. Something tells me nothing's happening though. It's an EV assembler. It requires an EV assembler. That's why. Why? Wait, why did I have this last way? Oh, because I manually crafted them last time. That's why. I see. I manually did it last time, so I just didn't think that I would have to do that again for some reason. Yeah, you know what? It must be because I did it manually last time, and so I just didn't think about the fact that it was an EV assembler I was doing it in. Because I think my mindset was, I'm running out of nitrobenzene. I need to make it faster, and I'm on the clock, so I just used the fastest machine I had access to, which was EV, which would explain why I didn't realize that you couldn't do it at HV. Oh my word. What I get for trying to be cool. That's a circuit assembler. I'm like, wait, I don't remember this requiring an emitter. That's a circuit assembler. That'll be done in 2 to 5 business days. In the meantime, I can actually start prepping the spot for it. What's it called? Potent. That's got 2 channels left, so I'll just plop it here. So like this. That is crazy fast. That's awesome. I love that upgrade. I should have done that a long time ago. Should have done that so long ago. Oh, that is wonderful. I bet that one's being blocked by other things as well. Circuit 3 EV assembler. Dual. Perfect. Oh my word, I feel like such a fool. My word. Surprised it hasn't happened yet, but all of well, most of the multi-blocks are wired up with alarms. They'll go off if even one thing is wrong with them. So you know what? I'm surprised none of them have gone off the streams. They usually go off like every 20 minutes, and I usually am running around fixing them all. How much antimony do I have? 24. I ask because I have a system that makes it from alumine, which is a byproduct of titanium comb processing. That's also how I get my vanadium. I don't get very much, but it is a source, I guess. It's not a good source, but it is in fact a source, and at this point I'll take it. Yeah, I've never had more than like 300 vanadium at any given point because it's just such a pain in everything to get it. Yeah, it's just an absolute pain. All right. Hmm. Yeah, not a whole lot in here that's that useful. Yeah, next is HSSG, and that's. Hey, Solarius, how are you doing? It has been a minute since I have streamed. I apologize. Uh, I'm doing pretty good. A lot has changed. I have been see, so what happened is I got sick and then I made a lot of progress while I was sick. And 3 months went by, and at that point every single day I was too scared to hit the go live button because I'm like, how am I gonna do all this progress and just like not show it on the stream? And I'm like, eventually I said, yeah, screw it. Progress happens. So we've made a lot of technological advancements since the little shack in the woods. Is that what the title is? Autocrafting? Oh my, I never updated the title of the stream. I never hit done. Oh my, I set the title to, I think I have some explaining to do, but I never hit the done button, so it never updated. Oh, that's good. I just hit done, so maybe reload and it updates. Oh my word, I never hit the done button. I never hit save. Whoops. Yeah, I'm not really at MV anymore, am I? Whoops. Yeah, there is. It's through logistics pipes. Logistics pipes is what I had used a whole bunch of. You're in MV right now? Yeah, if you want, I can walk you through it, how logistics pipes works. I got nothing better to do other than wait for my endstone to process so I can get more tungsten out of it. Yeah, so it's really torn down and it's non-functional at the moment, but right here is where you're gonna have your requester. Not right here specifically, but it's gonna be the main place where you see all your items craft out of request items. I think it's called the what's it called? Logistics request table. This thing is going to be how you utilize all your items, pull them out, request them, autocraft with them, everything. It's the equivalent of an ME terminal, basically. You have that, and then you have to have your logistics power junction somewhere connected to a gas turbine or really whatever you're using for power. I used benzene and MV, so I used a gas turbine, but you can use whatever. That has to be connected anywhere on your network. It doesn't really matter where. Once you have that, this is going to be a really scuffed explanation. Sorry. If you'd like, I wrote the logistics pipe wiki for it, so you can go read that. But this is going to be really a rundown. It's going to be scuffed. So I hope you're ready. So these are logistics satellites. These are going to be how you route items. Basically you set these to a different ID. Each ID can be routed to by a logistics crafting pipe. So you can change the satellite number. You give it a base level. They can only have 3 items go to a satellite, 3 inputs. And you can actually expand that with a satellite upgrade. I don't think I covered that in the wiki. I'm gonna have to update that. But that'll give you all 9. Then you change which satellite number you want, and that routes it to a different satellite, which will route it to a different machine. Each machine will have a different satellite. I think I kept track of them in a Bibliocraft journal. Clipboard, sorry. So this is the book. This tells you what the machine is, what circuit number it is, and what satellite number it was. So this was Bender Circuit 1, Satellite 13. So I would route it to, say I wanted to send, I don't know, simple circuit on a chip to Satellite 13. That would send it to the Bender. If I wanted to send it to the wire mill, I'd send it to Satellite 2. If I wanted to send it to the cutting machine, I'd send it to 11. And these are world specific, not player specific. So once a player has claimed a satellite, until they physically break that satellite, no other satellite can share that number or ID. Even if it's a completely different system, 100 blocks away, no connection, the satellite can no longer be used. So it's not ideal for servers, but if it's what you got, it's what you have. Anyway, then there's fluid satellites. Fluid crafting and storage with logistics pipes is really jank, but it does work. You need to have a machine for every circuit number. Yes, you need to have a machine for every circuit number, and that'll be the status quo going on. If I come back to my personal dimension, over here in the auto crafting nightmare, you see tons of duplicate machines. This is a circuit 0 mixer. This is a circuit 13 mixer. Over here, I have a circuit 14 mixer, circuit 3 mixer, circuit 1 mixer. I mean, like, it's all over the... Why is this another circuit 0 mixer? Why do I have 2 circuit 0 mixers? Better yet, why do I have 2 of them? Oh well, I'm not even gonna try to understand why I have 2. That was probably like 2 a.m. me that did that. Oh well. But no, you will need a machine for each circuit number you want to automate. So it gets expensive on machine crafting, which is why eventually there are systems that allow you to parallelize and even not worry about circuits to a degree on multi-block machines, but that's... I'm not going to worry about that until LUV at minimum. Anyway, back to logistics pipes. So you have your routing table, your power station, you have your satellite systems. What I did, and it's the most efficient way in my opinion, is have grids of barrels like this. So just an auto crafting grid. Each barrel is filtered to a specific item, so it can't have anything else. Each one has only one crafting pipe on it, so it can I don't know what autocraft circuit. Oh no, circuit auto crafting is a daunting task, but once you have it, it's so nice. It's so nice. It's such a daunting task, but it's so convenient. Yeah, it's definitely a process, and you know what? With logistics pipes, it's not always easy because they don't have a way to... There's no block mode like AE2 has. AE2 recognizes that if there's items in a machine, do not push more items into the machine. Logistics pipes does not do that. It will push every item all at once, and it does not care if the machine has enough storage. So always have a buffer of a chest. I did a bunch of diamond chests and iron chests. As a buffer, all the items would pour into this top chest. They would pipe out via an item conduit into the machine, which ran along here. And the machine would auto output to the bottom chest. What do you mean by a controlled crafter? If you mean controlled is in the sense that it pushes items when they're ready to be pushed versus just pushing and pushing. Tell it to only craft 10 of a thing, or does it go until it runs out of materials? No, if you tell it to craft 10 of an item, it will craft 10 of an item. I'm just saying that when you request to have it craft 10 of the item, all of the materials to craft those 10 items will all be pushed at once. Regardless of whether the machine can actually store the components or not. So that's why you have to buffer everything. But if you tell it to craft 10 buttons, it will craft 10 buttons and then stop. So it is controlled. To buffer items, to always have a supply of items, is really janky. Everything of auto crafting in logistics pipes is just janky. But you want to set up a system where you have a drawer that can hold like a max of 64 items, as well as you want to put an active supplier module that has a stack of items to keep stocked. You want to set it to partial mode. I mean, like, it's a whole ordeal. It's a pain, and no one... it's a pain. Logistics pipes, when you have it going, it works well for the point in the game you're at. But I wouldn't take it to HV. No, well, I would take it to AE2, and as soon as you get AE2, ditch it. But, honestly, my mind's pulling a blank, sorry. In order to do fluid auto crafting, if you're almost done with MV, still worth... if you're planning on spending a lot of time in HV, I would say it's worth it. But if you're planning on speedrunning HV, I'm leaning on not really. I set this up early MV, and that's why I was able to get the most out of it. But if you're just, how fast do you plan on going through HV? Because that's the big factor right there. Move the speed of smell. Honestly, that's a good pace. I was at MV at like 350 hours. Honestly, I went through the pack at a snail's pace. Honestly, if you plan on moving fast through HV, I wouldn't recommend it. But if you want to take your time and get more done in HV, I would say it's probably worth it. Yeah, honestly, HV is where you start getting punished for not having automated setups. If I go down to my, I need to buy more neodymium rods. Thank you, Questbook. If I go down to the chemistry area of the old base, I had all of, I had salt production, iron 3 chloride, polyvinyl chloride, polyethylene. I mean, it was all passive using logistics pipes, as well as over here. I know there's nothing here anymore, but there was a bunch of machines that were passively doing things. And that was the first bit of automation I had made with logistics pipes. But molten polyethylene automated, that's about it. Yeah, so it is imperative that you get more plastics automated. That's going to be the big thing for HV. If you don't have PVC automated, it will remind you at every turn, because it is used everywhere, mostly in pipes. Polyvinyl chloride sheets are what you use the most, and that's how you make plastic circuit boards, which I believe are required to make even the lowest tier of HV circuits. Yes, so it is required for HV. It seems like quite a daunting task compared to polyethylene, but my setup for it, ignoring all the A2, because that just handles importing and exporting of fluid. I have ethylene being pumped into cells and chlorine being pulled from salt production, which makes vinyl chloride. I store that in the buffer. It gets moved over with more oxygen, and then polyvinyl chloride. So honestly, just build out processes like this. Just make them flat. It makes them infinitely easier to understand. And then you got all this BS in the back that I don't even remember what any of this does, but I don't think it's related to PVC. I think I just tacked this on because there was space. The urge to restart because I'm not happy with my setup top to bottom. Honestly, I've been tempted to restart a few times, but I would say if you're 300 hours in, you can always improve things and you can always build up. You can always, what I did several times, I moved out of the base, and every time I did, I redid everything of automation, and I just made a new base. So honestly, you can always give yourself a soft reset instead of a hard reset. And I feel like that will make a lot more sense if you're already 300 hours in. But that's just what I did. So honestly, feel free to do whatever. Yeah, it's still not working. Can't make titanium because the EBF is clogged. Great. Hmm. This EBF is going to be backed up for hours. Yeah, the daunting feeling. Honestly, yeah, I felt that. Yeah, the feeling is always kind of present. Just tell yourself at this point it's not worth it, and usually it's a good enough deterrent for me. But that being said, I'm easy to fool myself, if that makes any sense. Oh yes, neodymium rods. Batch crafting 512 Ivy circuits. Oh, I highly recommend against that. you Oh wait, LV. I thought I read that as Ivy. Ivy. Oh, I'm sorry. No, honestly, that's a really good idea. No, that is a really good. No, you're fine. No, that's a really good idea. Batch crafting a ton of LV circuits. You're gonna use them. I promise you that you'll use them. So yeah. Sorry, I read that as something completely wrong. Sorry. No, but no, I can guarantee you'll probably go through that. Yeah, I started making a few here and there. Yep. Batch crafting is the way. It is the way. 128 MVs out of it to start. Good idea, actually. Honestly, I kicked myself a ton for never actually doing batch crafting. I always just did a little there, a little here, a little there, and I hated myself for it. So honestly, batch crafting is something that I really wish I would have done. Why is that not rotating? What is this? Why does it insist on facing this way? Oh well, I'll just let it. Oh yeah, absolutely. It is such a pain. But you know what? Once you start unlocking the cheaper recipes for circuits, it is infinitely better because your resources go just so much further, and every process gives you so many more components, and it's faster in every way, and it's great. It gets better. It gets infinitely better. SMD resistors alone is big. I know, right? The SMD components are such a crazy upgrade. For me, though, the only basic SMD I don't have yet is the diodes, because they require platinum, and that is just so expensive. But no, the SMDs, such a good upgrade. I mean, you go from making one at a time, and then you go to making 32 at a time, and it's just so nice. And then the advanced ones, oh my word, I can't even imagine making these. Tungsten steel and platinum. That is insanely expensive, but it does make 64 at a time. That looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, so expensive though. What's my endstone looking like? I don't even know how to make this many dials because I'm not sure how to get platinum. So the way you're supposed to get platinum early game, it's right here. It's right when you enter HV. You have to get PMP dust. You have to put that through the EBF. Circuit 1 doesn't really matter what gas you put in because it doesn't accept any. So you get a 3-to-2 ratio, which is already awful. And then you want to macerate those nuggets into tiny piles of platinum. And then you craft those tiny piles of platinum into 1 platinum. So these two is 3 PMP, 6, 9, 12, and then 15. Takes 15 platinum metallic powder to make 1 platinum. which is absolutely horrendous. So, yeah, I know, right? No, and then think about it this way. I just had to make, I made 40 TPV alloy, and it's not even the most I've made. I think there's another, what, 1, 2, 3 layers of TPV, each one having 9, so that's 9 times 3, what is that, 27? 27 plus 47, that's like 4,000 platinum metallic powder. And I'm getting all of that from bees, but they don't make very much, so I'm waiting like days in between making TPV. Yeah, TPV, I had to use like PMP is a pain, so I only have 300 left. That's so sad. Either from iridium ore, which I don't have, nickel ore, which you can get from the Twilight Forest, platinum ore, which you get from, I think, Saturn, which I'm nowhere near. Meteoric iron, you can get some, and that's the moon. You can get it from Sheldonite, I believe that's how it's pronounced, which also gives you palladium metallic powder, which I don't know if that's very useful. Mithril, PMP ore, or you can get it from bees, more bees. The only way I know to for sure get it right now is bees or centrifuging endstone, or I think those are the main ways, honestly. Yeah, you can get it from endstone dust. You get 2, and it's a 25% chance per 36 endstone, which is just horrendous. Or you can get it from moonstone. Not in the end. Yeah, you'd have to go through the Twilight Forest if you wanted it in MV. But no, the rates on PMP in the even towards the mid game are just horrible. I have no idea how I'm going to source it in any form of bulk. I keep telling myself I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. That being said, I think I'm at that bridge because I need so much of it. But you know what? I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. All right. What is the creation of power spawner? I see. Crushed nickel and mercury and chemical bath. Yeah, it's a pretty way of getting it, but you know what? Mercury can be sourced from centrifuging redstone, which is really good because that also gives you a source of ruby and silicon. Pyrite's kind of useless, but silicon, ruby, and mercury can all be gotten from redstone, which is honestly not a bad deal because you're going to need lots of silicon. I am always in need of ruby because I still don't have a good source of ruby, honestly. So, but no, you can get mercury, silicon, ruby from all centrifuging redstone, and there's a number of ways you can get lots of redstone. So, I believe I have 2 main sources, that being my mob farm and my bees. They both produce redstone. But the bees produce such a small amount of redstone that it's pretty negligible, honestly. So mostly from the mob farm, honestly. But it does provide, so I can't argue with the results. Honestly, don't do bees until HV. It's some of the components for it are gated anyway, so it's just not worth the headache. I think the Beealizer is gated behind MV. What is it gated behind? Oh, you can't even craft it. My bad. Oh, you can. Actually, no, you can make it at LV. Diamond screws, tin casings, LV circuit. When did that get changed? Oh, heck yeah, that's good stuff. You got it in the loot bag? I wish I got mine from a loot bag. That would make my life so much easier. Yeah, good stuff. I'd recommend a World Accelerator, honestly. It's go to your strong if you can't make Eyes of Ender yet, then this is gonna be an issue, but you definitely want an Oblivion frame. These spawn in stronghold chests. Oh, you can buy eyes. Very nice. Good. Buy eyes. Go to like all the strongholds you can find, and search every single chest. They can be in library chests, hallway chests, everything, for Oblivion frames. These things, right, will reduce the lifespan of your bees to seconds, mere seconds. It's fantastic. So that allows you to pump through iterations of bees faster and breed them a whole lot faster. It does have only 50 durability. However, you can repair it with a Thaumic Restorer, which is why I recommend you to wait till doing bees till HV, because this is gated behind HV. But I guess if you wanted to, you could just be very sparing with it. But then I would recommend you're gonna get plenty of already did the oh, you did? I thought that was gated. Oh, very good. If you've already done that, then I see no reason why you shouldn't start bees, honestly. In that case, you can probably get the Acclimatizer, because I don't think that's gated behind anything except LV. So honestly, if you have the Restorer, you have a decent source of what's it called? Instrumentum. I see no reason you shouldn't start bees. Go to the Nether and look for frames. Yeah, so in the stronghold, definitely go to your stronghold. You can get Oblivion frames. Because you can craft them, but they're horrible to craft. Stronghold is in, no, the stronghold's in the overworld. This pack is oddly forgiving in that it didn't change where some of the structures spawn. Yeah, so go to your stronghold, find Oblivion frames, and just do not break them. I've broken one, and it was a tragedy. I got 3 from my first stronghold, broke one almost instantly, and cried for like half an hour. You throw an Eye of Ender, and it will go in a direct. Here, let me grab some eyes. Why did YouTube just stop my music? Are you still watching? Yes, I am. Be quiet, YouTube. My word. Eye of Ender. So you want to grab your Eyes of Ender. Let me get flight. You throw it. It flies off in a direction, and then you just follow the direction it goes. Eventually, it will go down, and then when it goes down, you dig down where it goes down, and that is just the stronghold. I don't remember where my stronghold is. I think it's somewhere around here. Oh yeah, the stronghold's just the end place, so / home, and yeah, it's just the place where the end portal is. So yeah, just search every square inch of the stronghold. I think this chest contained an Oblivion frame. They're not. Once you find a stronghold, it's more likely that you get an Oblivion frame than not. So the chances are stacked in your favor. So I believe I got one from this chest. This was a dud. But there's 2 libraries in this place, so I got one from each and one from a chest. So, yes, so yeah, burning lava. You deserve that, Silverfish. Yeah, so get the Oblivion frames. They'll make your life so much easier. I recommend a world accelerator, like I said. Apiaries you can actually buy from beekeeper villagers. Who sells it? Which one sells it? Here it is. You can buy them with logs. This is the way I recommend you do it. However, it can be annoying because villagers are a pain to work with. But golden lassos and just travel across the world, find villages shouldn't be too bad. Have about 8 already? Gotcha. So yeah, you're gonna want lots of apiaries. So I've got tons laid out here. Each one with a chest is one that has automated bees. And there's a bunch of empty ones that are awaiting bees. But yeah, so bees are the ultimate way to produce anything and everything in this mod pack. So honestly, if you have the Thaumic Restorer, you manage to find some Oblivion frames. Yeah, I see no reason why you shouldn't start, honestly. It might get a little bit tricky when you come down to processing higher tier combs or just combs in general, because you do need to run them through a chemical reactor with hydrochloric acid. That's how you process combs, is with either a centrifuge, hydrochloric acid, or phenolic acid, or hydrofluoric acid, or acetic acid. Basically, you run them through a chemical reactor with some kind of acid. NEI will tell you. NEI is very generous. Macerate them, centrifuge them. It makes valuable items, and everyone is happy. How close is TPV? Not very. No problem. I'm probably gonna have to let this stuff run overnight because I am all waiting on this one EBF. Come on, little EBF, you've got this. I believe in you. You can just paralyze everything. Just smelt it all at once, please. Oh well. The little EBF that could. I know that. You know what? I'm putting that on a sign. I'm putting that on a sign. Boom. Ingrained forever. I love that. That's great. Oh, this one EBF is gonna be going crazy. I mean, it's processing like 600 TPV, like 800 titanium. It's going crazy. I like that little EBF that could. That's good. I should probably get working on more multi-blocks, honestly. I've already got the industrial maceration stack on the way. That's what's taken so long. The centrifuge is going to be very important. Omar, I make one thing in the recipe. 2 things in the recipe. Huge stainless steel. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Or that, honestly. What even are those alloys? Oh well. Oh, I hate it when that happens. Whenever that happens, I have to go over to the interface, right click it, it'll then spawn the pattern out of nothing, and I have to put it back in. I hate that glitch. Hopefully it gets patched out in 2.7.3. Yes, back to the random alloys. All right. The scary question is, how do I make this alloy? Actually, it doesn't even take that long to smelt. That's not what I'm worried about. Circuit 0 EBF, no gas. I don't even have a Circuit 0 EBF. I have to build an entirely new EBF for this one alloy. That's annoying. Anyway, how's the dust made? Cool. It requires yet another mixer with a breakthrough circuit, cobalt, molybdenum. Yes, molybdenum. Steel, nickel, titanium. Those are easy. That one's a pain. I have no idea how to get that. Oh, and it has to be an EV mixer. Oh, that's just jolly. That is just wonderful. I bet the other one's the same way. Oh no, of course the other one can be done HV because yeah, molybdenum. Yeah, something like that. But of course the other alloy can be made with really, it requires niobium. This is the same the same metal I spent like 5 minutes looking at earlier and I couldn't figure out how to get it. How do I get niobium? Niobium nitride, maybe? Nope, that's a byproduct. You know, I'm just gonna look it up on the wiki. Wiki, source of infinite knowledge. Come to my aid. Tantalite, source of tantalum, provides manganese, niobium, and tantalum as byproducts. How do I get tantalite? From a grossular vein. How can I automate tantalite? Seems like the only way to really get a good amount of it is via tantalum. Tantalite. Which, how do I get that? Oh wait, I get tantalite from lava production. I have tantalite. I have 7,000 tantalite. The wiki lied to me. This is not a source of niobium. Oh, it is a source of niobium as long as you go down the other processing chain. Nice. Tantalizing. Nice. Niobium is going to be the bane of my existence. I can already tell. back to the wiki. Um, let's see, wiki. There it is. Niobium comes from at LV. It's a byproduct. At MV, pyrochlorite dust. HV, pychlor dust. EV, UU matter or ilmenite slag. I don't process ilmenite, so I'm not doing that. LEV, meteor ritual. Elite mass fabricator 2. I am not doing that. And at ZPM, of course, why not? Just go mine niobium. Plain and simple. Find the stronghold with 5 of them. You might. You have to be pretty conservative with how you use them. I would use one, travel maybe, I don't know, 100, 200 blocks in that direction before using another one. You'd have to be very generous with how you use 5 of them. Not generous, conservative, sorry. But I do think you could do that. Niobium, how do I obtain you? Tantalite, niobium, not useful. No, nope, nope. And then it's just stone dusts. Is there a niobium bee by chance? There's not a niobium bee. There does not appear to be a decent way of obtaining it without processing ore. Random lag spike. You know what? We're going to put a pin in that multi-block, and I'm moving on to the next one. Not doing that one. Moving on. Nope, not doing that one. You know what? The industrial bender is going to be a really good one to have around, I reckon. And wouldn't you know, that one doesn't require any really BS alloys or anything. How kind. I stand corrected. Tantalloy. Tantalum and tungsten again. Why is everything tungsten? Oh, my word. Why is it all tungsten? Everything comes back to it. Wow, so much helium-3. I'll never use it, but at least I have it, I guess. Yeah. How am I supposed to source niobium? Mining emerald? Yeah. Gotta remind me. Oh, it spawns in the nether. Wow, that one hurt. Yeah, I should probably go and mine a beryllium vein as well because I need thorium soon. That's gonna suck, getting thorium. Under pressure, how do I... Inkaloli. Inkaloli 903. Incully. Yes, that. That is made from aluminum, cobalt, nickel, molybdenum, yeah, that thing, iron and titanium. You know what? How much of this benunium? Yes, benunium. Do I have? 7. I've got 7. Great. Wonderful. You know what? It is in fact 7 more than 0. I cannot argue with that. Cannot argue with that. Oh, this is never going to craft either because all the machines are being blocked by all of this. Maybe. Well, will it be able to craft? I mean, it should be because it doesn't use that ABF. Looks like it's going just fine. Yeah, it works. Perfect. I don't know. 16 cells of nitrobenzene should be good. Give it some dark steel chest, probably 2. Where's the hole? Here's the hole. If I remember correctly, there's a molly, whatever it's called, vein down here. Yes, there is, right here. Molybdenum. Where's its center chunk? This is its center chunk. Villagers locks trade on available. Actually, that's the funny part. In 1.7.10, the version that we're playing in, they don't refresh naturally. So what you have to do is you have to give the villager enough happiness or satisfaction or whatever it is with I didn't bring mining pipe. With another trade. You have to trade other things to unlock that trade. And then if you get lucky, your villager just somehow never locks a trade. Villagers are really weird in this version. Yeah, so over here, for the longest time, this villager locked up, this one, locked up his apiary trade. So I had to get a bunch of Propolis and a bunch of drones and trade for tropical drones before he would then unlock the apiary trade again. And then I leveled him up and I was able to gain access to this really convenient wheat to parched comb trade. So whenever he locks up, I just trade a ton of wheat. And he usually eases off the apiaries. Getting slapped around by freaking silverfish. Alright, every time I update the server, I have to go back and let myself use more loaded chunks and claimed chunks. This isn't going to mine if I'm not here, so if I leave, it's just gonna sit here. I'll have to fix that overnight. But, as of right now, it is now set up to mine this entire molybdenum. Yeah, I'm calling it that from now on. In the entire vein. So that's pretty good, I'd say. It'll also get a bunch of this ender powder ore and draconium and whatever random other stuff is around. Like the ore is just everywhere. The entire biome is ore basically. I think right here is more molly. No, it's beniatite. What is this good for? Calcium, magnesium, alumina. Beniatite is electrolyzed for silicon. A lot of silicon, actually. Might not be a bad idea. Uh, yeah, that's restocked. That's good. And I'll probably have to go find some place to put down a miner for niobium. Yeah, I'm not really sure where to do that though. So I guess I'll have to figure it out. Okay, another two random alloys that no one's ever heard of. What is Grism? Carbon, titanium, sulfur, lithium, potassium, in an EV mixer with circuit programmed breakthrough circuit 2. Thanks, Greg Tech. Very cool. That is just a lovely crafting recipe. Does make a fair amount, though, I'm not gonna lie. You know, the bad thing about every tier is that you have to learn the new quirks of that energy tier. Uh, for MV, it was that power generation is going to be an issue. For HV, it was jump in complexity. For EV, it's oh crap, you're out of power. Also a jump in complexity. Also, here's 200 alloys no one's ever heard of using resources that you have no idea how to source. Bring them to me by 2 p.m. It's just like, are you serious? So,
You guys come up and read scriptures?
Yeah. Oh well. That being said, I think I'm gonna wrap up the stream here for today. I would say it's been productive, but I've just been waiting for smelting to happen the entire time. This EBF is just trying its best. I'm hoping to stream again tomorrow, as I don't have school or anything. So yeah, I have no idea what time. So probably before, well, it could be at any point tomorrow, honestly. You find a stronghold 1. I didn't even see that message. Good stuff. That's luck right there. Well, in that case, I think I'm going to end it off here. Thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you tomorrow. And hopefully, all of this will be done smelting by then. Because then I can actually get progress done. And hopefully I can find a source of freaking niobium. That'd be amazing. Oh well. All that being said, I guess I'll be ending it here. Have a good night, man.